Hello everyone, I'm here to talk to you about Ryver. I'm not gonna go into the details about this application. If you found this video, is because you are interested to know how this new uh, platform collaboration method is going to be working for you, how to use it, and I'm very excited to share how my organization has been working with it, how we have come to accomplish many of our internal communication strategies, and it's been quite a very satisfactory um, path here. So let me log in into my account, and we will be going into how my organization is using Ryver for communications. So, here we have the general search bar, we have notifications, we have the post streams, which is everything what is happening in your organization. Have the open forums. As you can see, I have 56 open forums. You don't have to be notified from all of them. Private teams, I have 23, which I'm part of. Probably my organization has more, but I'm not included into them. And direct messages, it's the 27 people that are collaborating in this organization. We might also find here if you the possibilities or the options for you to be available, away, do not disturb, to import your data from other collaboration methods such as Slack or HipChat, and the admin settings, your settings, and just to log out from this organization. So let's go ahead and see how we've been using this platform, this collaboration method, Ryver, and let me tell you that the thing that we like about it, it's simplicity. Uh, Today, it's very hard to find simple apps to deliver much of the information that you need. Sometimes the idea of delivering to you those many capabilities, and which by the way it's great, but sometimes it's just not user friendly. You might be now the expert and are researching about how to use it, but for the other users, the daily users, they don't really want to get involved in another system. They don't really like the idea of integrating with new collaboration methods. Sometimes they are just okay with the email. Sometimes they find it like it's just working for them. However, uh, we have this mandate of integrating them, but not only that, but we have this responsibility of letting them know how would these efficient their operations on a daily basis, and we would be having a more efficient and a more collaborative way to do things. So we have, as you can see here, we have many forums. This is the way that we organized it. However, probably would not be the best way for your organization. This is something that when we came into a meeting, we said, okay, let's put up a forum for each process that we do. However, I have found that probably the best way to do it for simplicity method could be just making one open forum for all the communications and just establishing the either the chat or the post, whether you wanted to have uh, some sort of identifier, and then you would be able to see all the information. But let us go into the forums, and I'll try to explain a little bit more of the challenges and of the uses that we do in our organization. So if you see here, orientation 2016, so what we do is we have collaboration not only with this platform, but we also have integrations, which it basically means that you would have another app integrating with this one. So for this, it's Zapier, the one that it's generally being used, and then we go ahead and and merge two different apps. So for one, we had Typeform, which is the survey app that we used, and then we integrated with Zapier to Ryver. So we customized it, and whenever we received an answer from our survey, you can see here the times, like for it, some probably this time is not accurate. It's just based on another time zone. We wouldn't have an answer at 11:43, but the thing is that it's close together. So because of Zapier, it zaps only depending on the type of subscription that you have. It would zap every 15 or 5 minutes. Those are the time frames that we would receive all the information. But once we have it, we can just go ahead and search for this specific ID, which is the way that we have organized ourselves. And you see here that you have the history of it. So this person in particular, this person just submitted twice this survey. They were only told to be using submitting these once, but this is like an internal search. So let's see, if we go to travel signature, you see here that we have a history of chats, different people collaborating in it, and we have posts as well. So we have this different type of communications, where chat is more of a general unstructured type of format, but and post is where you have a particular collaboration with for that specific subject. However, our team has come to collaborate in the way of all what we see here. It's just simplicity. So they will put just a chat, and if we need to see, let's say, this student, we would just go ahead and search it inside this forum, and we will know what was for this student. However, if we go to the general search and we look for that student, probably more communications would appear. So you would see here that on November 2nd, he requested that form. On November 3rd, he came to inquire. So because we have as well communicated this with another system that we have online, because they have like a lineup system. We have that integrated with Google Apps, with Google Sheets specifically, and then what has been the story of that specific student. So as long as you have an ID, an identifier for something that you want to search or to relate to, you would not have any trouble. So either you decide to go by different type of forums and you search inside the forum, you would just see what happened to that student or that ID inside the forum, or you can just go to the general search and you would see all what has been going on with that specific person or student or subject line, depending on how you want to structure your organization. And then here you would see all the story about that person in particular, for regardless if it's on one chat or the other. This was in letters of verification, this was in travel signature, this was in lineup system, this was in generals. So you can have different conversations within a same identifier, and regardless of their of where it is posted in forums, in a general search, you will be able to find it. There's one thing here that I just want to make notice of. If you are not part of that forum, you would not be able to see that information. So let's say for instance here that let's go again and search for this ID. Let's say I was not part of lineup system. If I was not part of lineup system, which I can also go here to search forums, and just line up system sysp and cell. If I did not have this collaboration with this forum, I would not be able to retrieve any information from this forum unless I am part of it. And to be part of it, you just have to go to open forums and click in it, and voila, you're part of the forum. This is important for you to acknowledge, because when you invite a new member, which you can do here from this from here, you invite a new member, you want to make sure, let's do test@test.com. Here, if you don't invite them directly, you can invite them, but it's going to be a painful process if you have, like us, 56 forums and you want to invite them to all. For now, they don't have, Ryver doesn't have just one button click to invite them to all the forums. You have to invite them either manually, or when they are added to your team, they have to go ahead and go forum by forum, clicking it, and then they will become part of it, because this is open. So even if you see it here, if you go ahead and go to facts and you unpin, even if you unpin, doesn't mean that you won't be able to retrieve that information. It just means that this forum would not appear in your in your first window, but it doesn't mean that you don't have access to that information. So for instance, let's say I unpin everything, so I have nothing pinned here, but still I am able to search for it, and I will be able to see that that student was in lineup system, and even though I have him here, because I'm already part of that forum. So that's the way it's been working for now. Ryver has also come to work into making it more easy for the users to check for updates. So let's say check update. So here we are running the latest version of the app, and here you can see which version you are running. So Ryver 1.2. If you don't have the latest version, you can just go online, ryver.com, and download it for the operating system that you have. And that's it for post streams. You have here all the posts that have been happening in your organization. And the way to think about it is, post streams is like a bird's eye view, as the people in the training that they are very helpful for giving you advice into how to use Ryver in a better way. But this is like what is happening at all time in your organization. However, understand that this is only for posts, as its name suggests. It is not for chats. So if we have an open forum, and let's say I would put daily news, and if I make a chat here, I will put news for the day, this would not appear in post stream. But if I put a post and I put here news for today, news, and then just post, in post stream I would be able to see it, news for today, and then I'll be able to collaborate with it. Thanks. And then just reply. And then I can add a whole bunch of things here, like emojis, drop some files from Google Drive, Dropbox, or Box, or an URL. And you can set a reminder for this, let's say 1 minute. You can get a link to this post specifically and share it with your team. You can upvote this one, and you can do a whole bunch of other things here. You can edit, delete, subscribe if you want to get notified at every movement that specific post has, or or add a comment like what we're doing here. So just reply, and then you will have a story on it. So the idea is to have, for post, is to have a structured collaboration and communication with one specific subject or topic. However, if you decide to go into a more unstructured way of communication, like these ones that I've been showing to you, you just go to general search, you search for the ID, and you will have, regardless to where the communication has been happening, the history of it. So you could see here chat with John Juan Lee, and you would see that it's in Travel Signature Forum. You can even go to the chat from here, and you would be able to see what was the communication in that specific regards. And you have here in each forum chat and post, and you could see here that I set a reminder for 1 minute. It's already been passed. I got a notified, and then okay, I can go back and see. This notification is like something you have set a reminder for, you subscribe to be notified for, or you are mentioned. So let's say we have an open forum, daily news. We can put a chat, even a chat or a post, and I can mention at Eduardo. Okay, send. So I would get notified here that someone mentioned me, and then this is the difference, right? If you just put a chat, I can reply to the chat, but it won't be that structured. Whereas if I put a post and I mention somebody, test 6 at normal test, I would just go ahead and have the notification here, and then write a comment back, thanks for this, and I would have everything on the same place. So that's way of more structured collaboration. These are just general ways of using it. I hope you have enjoyed it. You are the one who will be deciding on how your team is going to be structured, and you'll be the most knowledgeable person about what do you need really in a daily basis operations. But I hope this helped. If you have any questions, just put them beneath this video, and I'll be more than willing to answer them back. And thank you for your time.